Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's two ways you can give me your answers. Number one, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number two, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news, what would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you. So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode. Well, hello, I'm Kimberly Brock, and for the last 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. And so now I'm on a mission to help other women just like you do the exact same thing. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 63, and I'm so glad that you're here today because we are talking about how this is your time. Did you hear me on that? This is your time, and I'm going to give you some reasons why you should realize how crucial this time is in your life and where you can go from here. So I'm so excited to share it with you. If you're new, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast because each week I'm going to provide you with valuable tips and strategies for transforming what you know and love into a money-making business. So if you're in the early stages, whether you're in the idea stage or just starting your business, you found the right place. And I have some free resources for you. You can scroll down in the show notes below. I actually just uploaded a new 20-minute video to help you the 5 big things you need to work through as you're starting your business. So you can watch that. Or I have some other downloads too that may be very useful to you. And make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button right now if you're in Apple Podcasts or Spotify because you don't want to miss out on any future episodes, right? And if you are a longtime listener, thank you so much for being so loyal. I have to read a review really quick. This is actually from one of my clients, and she wrote this review, and it literally touched my heart. It's so long. I'm not going to read the whole thing. She is so kind. Lena Mosier, she's amazing. And she is turning her passion into a business as we speak, working through all the steps, and it's just so amazing to watch. But here's just a couple of sentences of what she said. She said, Kimberly is a godsend. Any woman who's yearning to start her business but just isn't sure how to begin or whether it is even possible. This was me before I met her. Now I know that it's not only possible and affordable to start my own business, but I have a clear roadmap for how to make my dream a reality. And she goes on, but she says that Kimberly is an amazing person and she truly cares about helping you succeed and will go the extra mile to help you. Her podcast is so inspiring. Her one-on-one coaching is phenomenal. And she goes on. I can't thank you enough, Lena, for this amazing review. It really, really touches me. And I just appreciate you taking the time to write this. If you have been listening to this podcast for a while and you've never rated this podcast, if you could do me a huge favor right now, all you have to do, it takes literally 1 second. Scroll down, hit the 5 stars. That tells Apple and Spotify and all the players that this is a valuable podcast. It also helps me too. And if you have time to leave a written review, it doesn't have to be as long as Lena's now, but I love long ones. But if you can just take a few minutes to write a review, it is so helpful and just uplifts me because you know what? I get no feedback. As I've said before, I look out the window and the leaves are moving and things are going on outside. But other than that, there's no feedback besides this. And so I savor, I really, truly do, the reviews. So thank you so much. Okay, on to the episode. Well, hello, it's episode 63, and I'm so glad that you're here today. I want to tell you and have you just sit up for a second and listen and really reflect on where we are today. And whether you're listening to this in 2021, 2022, whenever you're listening to this podcast, this is a timeless perspective. This is a way of looking at your life and your career so that you can live your potential and live your purpose, not just your passion. And I'm probably going to be talking about this more in the future, but really living your purpose, and that your business should be living your purpose, not just your passion, right? And I think there's some things that we've learned from COVID and everything going on. I just want to kind of go through these to have you walk yourself through this process so that you can take a deep breath. And maybe you're on a walk, maybe you're cleaning the house, whatever you're doing, driving. You can think about where you want your life to go from here on out. So let's talk about the first thing. What have we learned from everything that's happened in 2020? And where are we? Well, I think we realized, number one, that anything can happen and that we're not in control. My perspective is that God is in control. He allowed COVID to come into our lives. I think about all the stuff that was going on prior to COVID and just all the politics and all the rioting and just hatred, all on TV, all the mean stuff that's being said to human beings. And God created us all equally, yet we had so much hate for each other. And I feel like He allowed this to wake us all up and realize that we are not in control, like that He has plans, and He's probably over there wondering why we waste our time thinking that we are in control of everything when we're not. I believe we're only in control of our next decision. And have you thought about that? What do you really have control of? You really only have control over you and your decisions and how you react to things around you. So you have control over your reactions as well. So your reactions, your decisions. But now you realize, can we all agree that we're not in control as much as we'd like to think we are, and as much as we like to put things in place in our lives to have control, that we really don't, because anything can change. And I've realized that we truly have to seize the day. It's like the line in Good Will Hunting, Carpe diem. We have to seize the day and make good decisions and have good reactions. How are we soaking in everything that's going on around us? So this is your time to take your life into your hands. Not that you have control over everything that's going to happen, but that you have control over your next decision, and you have control over how you react to what's going on around you, right? Can we all agree? I hope so. So take that for what you're about to do in your life and your business, and realize that you just need to make the next best decision for yourself, right? And have the next best reaction to anything that's going to get thrown your way. The second thing that I think we've all learned from COVID and everything that's happened is how important fellowship is. I think it's ironic. Well, I guess it's not ironic. It was planned, in my perspective, by God to allow COVID to happen. He allowed it. He could have stopped it. He didn't. But it took away the one thing that we value, I would say, the most besides our life, is fellowship and relationships with other people, because God did not create us to be alone. He created us for fellowship, relationship, bonding, all these things. And all of that got taken away from us. And I can't think of a time when all of that has gotten taken away from us in my lifetime, right? I mean, there's been other instances in history, but the whole world, it's been a wake-up call for the whole world at the same time. It's not just one country, another country, like the whole world knows about this, right? And fellowship is so important, bringing people together. And I think a lot of you with your businesses, you had a vision of bringing certain people together in a way that you wanted to serve people. You wanted to rally around some mission. You wanted to provide something for a certain group of people. You wanted to serve them in some way, right? It's this fellowship. And a lot of that bonding and closeness in personal life and business got taken away. Everything's like online and it's not as personal. And we realize when we get all this back that we really do want things to be personal. As much as we want to automate our business and all that, I think we've realized how important it is to have relationships and to be able to be around other people just the way that God made us. And I hope you realize this for your business, that when things get sort of back to normal, however they're going to be back to normal, that you have this opportunity to create fellowship and bonding and rallying and excitement and buzz around a mission that you're on. Because I always talk about this. Your business isn't just selling a product or a service. You're on a way bigger mission, like I talked about in last week's episode. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to 61. But there's something bigger that you're trying to do. You're trying to better lives, right? So that's the cool thing I think that we've learned from COVID is that we actually do really want fellowship. And we need to get past our inhibitions, our insecurities, our imposter syndrome, whatever it is that you're suffering from, that you realize you're not putting yourself out there because of something is just silly. Because number one, like I said, you've got to seize the day. It could get taken away from you. And number two, you do yearn for that fellowship of being there and having relationships and serving others. I mean, I was just even thinking about how silly it's been in the past that I haven't had certain groups of people over to my house because I got embarrassed about my house isn't decorated right, or it's not totally clean and organized, or my yard didn't look great. Like, why did I do that? I missed out on all this fun and bonding and relationship building that I could have had if I had not been letting my insecurities get away. And I'm committing to myself now here and just for my outlook for the year that like once things get back to normal to not be like that. To be like, yes, come over. My house isn't clean, but who cares? Or don't even say my house isn't clean. Why do I have to say that? Like just let people come over because I'm there to create a fun environment and a happy environment. I'm not there to be the Westin in this amazing, immaculate place. I'm there to create an environment of peace and fun and acceptance, right? So think about this for your business this year too, along with your personal life, that you get this chance now to have fellowship and to really leverage that as these next months go by, however you can leverage it, whether it's live video, whether it's through connecting, online, maybe Zoom calls with your clients, whether it's showing up locally when you're allowed to do that, however you can connect and have fellowship, I challenge you to do that and to help yourself get past any insecurities or inhibitions that are stifling you and holding you back because you have to seize the day, right? Okay, so the third thing is, I think we've realized how awesome small businesses are. There has been such a spotlight on small business due to all the COVID stuff because we've seen our family, our friends, our neighbors being hurt who owned businesses that are now going down the drain because of the inability to have clients physically there. And it's so sad. It literally makes me so sad. The restaurants industry and any of the hospitality industry businesses, it just breaks my heart. I'm just watching them fall one by one, and it's so painful. And I think now there is so much empathy and sympathy for small businesses. And that's why I want to say that this is your time. Because if you've been wanting to start a business, people want to support you. People want to help you. This is a great time to get your business going and to leverage that you have a small business. They know that there's a human being. There's not a huge corporation behind it. There's a human being. Now, I'm not knocking huge corporations. I love Amazon. I love Target. I love Costco. I love a whole bunch of places. I'm just saying there's something very special about small business, and this is your time. If you're in the idea stage or just starting, to take steps to move forward to get this thing rolling and off the ground. People want to support you. If you are really out to serve them, people will be loyal to you. It's just like this podcast here and my business. People know there's a human being here and they do want to reach out, and number one, they have a problem they want solved and they want help. But number two, once they get to know, like, and trust you, they want to support you. They want to leave you nice reviews like Lena did. They want to do that. They feel indebted. They want to support you because you know what? They may start a business too and they need the support too. Whatever they're doing in their life, they would love support too. What goes around comes around, okay? Just realize that this is your time. Small business has a spotlight and we all want to support each other. And here's the fourth thing I want to say that we have learned and why this is your time is that because anything can happen and we are not in control, that we must live in alignment with who we are. Some of you are like, live in alignment? Do you mean like keeping your back straight and being aligned? No, I'm saying being true to you, taking your passions and your skills and everything that you know and love and that yearning that is inside and transform it into a purpose that you can then monetize into a business. That's what you're doing. You are taking steps. You are making a conscious decision to take steps today to get closer and closer to running that business that you've dreamed of. Again, if you're just in the idea stage, what is the next best step that you can take to help you get closer? If you're just starting, what is the next step that you can take? Don't overcomplicate this. Don't think that you have to have every bell and whistle. I'm guilty of that. I'll just tell you right now. I'm a bells and whistles kind of girl. I love it. I love all the add-ons and accessories and whatever else you can do. Sometimes that works in my favor. Sometimes it does not. And so the funny part is, in other people, I can see how they complicate things and jazz things up instead of just keeping it simple. So luckily it's worked in my favor that I'm able to see that in other people and help them with their businesses and go, you know what? No, just keep it simple. Just do this. This is your next step towards making the money. Right? And yes, I'm about you making money, but it's in a way that's going to be sustainable over the long haul. I'm not about get rich quick schemes or anything like that. This is your time to make your decision on what you want to do with this business. And like a couple episodes ago about hobby versus a business, which are you building? It's totally awesome if you want to build a hobby. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think you're here today because you want to build a business. And if you do, you've got to take smart steps and you've got to seize the day, right? Just like I said, the first thing, you have to take control of your next decision and how you react to everything that's coming at you, because that's all you can control. Number two, realize that you want to have fellowship with your clients and customers and you want to bring them together. You need to do that to have your business succeed. We have to rally around your mission. The third thing is you have to realize that small businesses are in the spotlight and everyone wants to support you. We do. If you're solving a problem and we get to know, like, and trust you, we will be loyal to you. And the fourth thing is realize that you must follow that yearning that you have and live in alignment with who you really are. This is your time to make a conscious decision about where you want your life to go from here and to live your potential. You know there's more for you. You know that there's stronger relationships that you can build. You know there's a mission that you can be on to better lives. All it takes is the next best step, making smart decisions and living true to who you really are. I'm so glad that you listened to this episode today because this is our time. This is all of our time because there is no other time. Anything could happen. If you are not in my Facebook group yet and you're a female, you need to get in there today. There's so many courageous women in there taking steps to start and build a business doing what they love. All you have to do is answer 3 questions to get in the group and I will approve you and you can come in and join us. And also know that if you need help with those next best steps for your business. Whether you're just in the idea stage, you're trying to narrow it down, you're trying to figure out your business model, or maybe you're just trying to get everything started. You know I'm here. I have coaching options. I have workshops. So check them out down below. And I just want to tell you how thankful I am for all of you. It's been a fantastic year. I can't wait for this next year. I'm just so excited for everything to come. And I'm so happy and so honored to be a part of your business journey. It's so exciting. Okay, until next time, bye now. Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.